Welcome to r/Silver Cro y Azula. I am Silver Crow.
And I am Azula Crow. So today, we're diving deep into the sources around the Wicked movie.
Yeah, the John M. Chu adaptation. We've got fan discussions, costume analysis, box office figures.
And lots of comparisons between the film and the original stage show. It's quite a mix.
Our mission here is really to unpack this thing. Look at how they maybe tweaked character motivations.
And, probably most interesting for you listening, tackle some of those narrative questions. You know, the ones trying to make Wicked fit perfectly with The Wizard of Oz.
Which isn't always easy.
Not at all. And first off, you just have to acknowledge the success. The sources are clear. It's the biggest movie musical ever.
$634.4 million globally. That beat Mamma Mia.
Right. So when something hits that big, you got to look at why. What choices resonated?
Okay, let's start with the visuals. The costumes are doing so much work here. Balte as well.
The Hamilton guy. West Side Story, too. He really designed these clothes to show Elphaba and Glinda's inner journeys.
And it's fascinating how he does it. Like Elphaba, she starts in all black.
Yeah, and the sources point out it's not just witch foreshadowing. It's actual mourning for her mother.
Who died giving birth to Nessarose.
Exactly. So that black immediately links her to loss, makes her an outsider right from the start at Shiz.
And the cut of those early outfits, so restrictive. High necklines, buttons everywhere, the plaited hair.
It screams keep away, very rigid, introverted.
So here's what I love the detail.
Yeah.
Apparently those university outfits, they look simple far away. But up close, they're incredibly detailed. It's like you have to get close to her to see she's not simple at all. She's layered.
That's interesting. Does that level of detail get lost on a big screen? Does it distract?
Well, the thinking, according to the sources, is that it replaces some of the emotional cues you'd get from close-ups in a non-musical film. It tells you, the audience, there's more here than meets the eye.
Okay, that makes sense. It's visual subtext.
Right, and then you contrast that with Glinda.
Oh, yeah. Pure 1930s Hollywood, avant-garde, loads of embellishments. She's Miss Popularity, the trendsetter.
But she changes, too. As she matures and connects with Elphaba, the look softens.
Well, hemlines drop, right. Shows she's moving past just surface appearances.
And the bubble dress.
Yeah.
Iconic. It's pink in the movie.
Which was a copyright thing. Apparently, they couldn't use the Broadway blue.
But that pink directly links her to Billy Burke in the 39 Oz film.
Clever workaround. And the design itself, that translucent, spirally fabric, it's all about how the public sees her. Transparent, almost divine.
It's amazing storytelling through clothes. But okay, strip away the costumes and the story itself. And hit us some snags. Let's get into the fan questions, the plot holes.
Yeah, there are a few big ones people keep bringing up.
First, Glinda as narrator. How reliable is she? She tells this sad story about Elphaba.
Her tuck childhood, good intentions gone wrong.
Right. But then, immediately after, the citizens are still cheering Elphaba's death. Like, wouldn't the story give them pause? Even for a second.
It really makes you question what Glinda actually said. You know, when they asked, were you friends, did she tell the whole truth?
Probably not. Feels like she gave them just enough sob story to seem empathetic, but not enough to damage her own standing. Strategic.
Very political. Okay, next one. The green elixir.
Oh boy, this one.
So the wizard, just some guy from Omaha, totally non-magical.
Yeah.
Somehow he has this magic drink that turns Elphaba green at birth. Where did he get it?
And how did he keep getting it? Like, for potentially decades if he needed it again. Was there a green baby formula subscription box? Seriously, it's a huge leap of faith the story asks for. The sources pretty much admit it's just a thing you have to accept, a baked-in logic gap.
Then there's Munchkin politics. What is going on there?
It's confusing. Elphaba's dad, not a Munchkin, is governor for like 20 years.
Okay.
Then he dies, and suddenly Nessa, his daughter, is the unelected leader.
And they call her a tyrant, but she seems to have no actual defined power, yet people obey her. It's really inconsistent. Monarchy, a dictatorship. Who knows?
But maybe the biggest one, the one that gives continuity fans fits, is the timeline.
Ah, yes, the timeline gap.
Act 1 in the musical feels really short, like maybe a month. From Dillman's class to Friero arriving, to the Emerald City trip.
Right. Then Act 2 is supposed to be years later, maybe even 20 plus years later, to line up with Dorothy's arrival in Oz.
Okay, but wait. What was Elphaba doing for 2 decades?
Good question. Why didn't she free the monkeys sooner? Why wasn't she actively looking for Friero? Did she just hang out being wicked occasionally?
It feels like a long time to just be simmering. Why are people still so scared if she only did the Emerald City thing ages ago and then vanished?
Which leads us right into the Scarecrow paradox. This is a big one in the fan forums.
Because the timing just doesn't work.
Nope. Fiero gets captured by the guards after Dorothy is already heading to the wizard. We know this from the stage show sequence.
But Dorothy finds the Scarecrow way earlier in her journey. Long before she gets to the Emerald City, and definitely before Fiero would have even been captured, let alone transformed.
It's a classic prequel problem. The film inherited this tricky sequencing.
Okay, so knowing these issues exist, let's look at how the movie tries to address some of them, or at least smooth things over, by changing stuff from the stage show.
Right, they definitely expanded things, especially Elphaba's backstory.
We actually see her as a kid, outside of Glinda just telling us about it,
Yeah.
like casting uncontrolled magic.
Telekinesis, yeah. Little bursts of power she can't handle.
And the nanny. This is huge. She was raised by Nanny Diebear, an actual bear.
Which immediately explains so much. Her instant connection to the animals, her fury about Dr. Dillamond. It's personal now, not just ideological.
Makes her motivation feel much stronger much earlier.
And another backstory addition, those silver shoes Nessa gets.
Yeah.
In the film, they were their mother's shoes. Elphaba's mother's.
Oh, okay, that adds a whole new layer of tragedy onto those slippers and what happens to them. Big emotional weight.
And there's Shiz, how Elphaba gets enrolled.
Different from the stage show, right?
Yeah, stage show she goes with Nessa. In the film, she's just supposed to be Nessa's chaperone.
So how does she end up staying?
Madame Morrible sees her magic. Specifically, when Miss Caudle is being overly patronizing to Nessa, Elphaba gets mad, and Nessa's wheelchair flies.
Morrible sees the power.
And immediately wants to control it. That's Elphaba's ticket in.
And Glinda's entrance is different, too. Much grander.
Oh, yeah. Arrives by boat with Mommy and Daddy, gets a private suite.
Wears a pale pink uniform when everyone else is in standard issue.
It really hammers home her privilege right from the start. Makes her eventual growth feel more significant.
Now, talk about the Morrible split. That was interesting.
Right. Michelle Yeoh plays the stern, serious headmistress Morrible we sort of know.
But then there's this new character, Miss Caudle.
Who takes on all the bubbly, public-facing, overly cheerful stuff Morrible sometimes did on stage.
So why split the role? What's the effect?
Well, think about it politically. It suggests the real power, the stern Morrible, needs a public face. She needs Glinda's natural warmth and popularity to sell her agenda.
So Glinda becomes a tool for Morrible's image management much earlier. It's a more modern take on how power uses celebrity.
Exactly. Speaking of modernizing, let's talk Fiero.
Film Fiero is different, softer.
Definitely softer, right from the start. Stage Fiero is pretty shallow initially. Straw for brains, as the song goes, a total narcissist.
But Film Fiero arrives on horseback, looks kind of thoughtful.
And he challenges Elphaba about her green skin almost immediately, but not a mean way, more like, why are you so defensive? It implies he's not instantly prejudiced.
That's a major shift. It changes his whole arc. It's less about a complete personality transplant.
And more about a basically decent guy finding his moral courage. Maybe more palatable for today's audiences who want a sympathetic love interest from the get-go.
Even the song's got tweaks. Popular.
Different modulation at the end for Ariana Grande. A bit more pop.
And one short day, that intro is longer, right? With that new line.
If you only have to... Yeah. It makes it sound much more like...
Disney parade music.
Totally. Like theme park music.
Yeah.
Really leans into Oz being this manufactured, almost corporate fantasy land.
And lyrics change, too. Like in Elphaba's birth scene, the nanny doesn't say, it's atrocious.
She says, it's uncanny. Nanny Diebear is kinder from the start.
But the big lyric change is in Defying Gravity, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. End of the song. Because Elphaba flies pretty far away in the movie.
Right, she's not just hovering over the tower like on stage.
So the guards yelling, get her! Doesn't make sense anymore. They can't reach her.
So now they yell,
Kill her!
wow, that really ups the stakes. It's a change born from cinematography, but it makes the threat feel way more lethal.
Absolutely. It makes the wizard's regime seem much more ruthless.
Okay, so finally, how does all this adaptation work try to connect back to the original Wizard of Oz? They're clearly thinking about it.
Very explicitly. Like, we actually see the wizard planning the yellow brick road.
Building the brand.
Pretty much. And Glinda suggests yellow because, quote, it just says road to me. Like, it's marketing. Setting up Oz as this engineered experience, not just a magical land.
We also get the full lowdown on the wizard scam.
Yep. Confirmed. Just a guy from Omaha, Nebraska.
Yeah.
And that ancient magic book, The Grimoire.
Yeah.
He faked reading it by just saying Omaha like it was a spell.
Oh my God. That's hilarious. and pathetic.
Totally non-magical, which again makes you wonder about that green elixir.
Yeah.
But okay, moving on.
And the last big connection, or maybe disconnection, is Dorothy.
Right. It seems like the film is deliberately avoiding Elphaba's early run-ins with Dorothy from the book other versions, in Munchkinland, right after she meets the Scarecrow.
I skipped those.
Because the film's timeline seems to have Elphaba hiding out, avoiding the Emerald City, she apparently doesn't get Fiero's note telling her about Dorothy until Dorothy is already at the witch's castle.
So they're clearing the decks to make the Wizard of Oz timeline fit neatly after the main Wicked Part 1 plot.
Seems like it. Trying to make the sequence work better?
So wrapping this all up, what's the big picture here? All these changes, the expanded backstory, the softer Fiero, trying to patch the timeline.
It really shows the filmmakers wrestling with the challenge, doesn't it? Trying to make a prequel mesh with the beloved classic that came first.
Yeah, they're highly aware of where this story sits in the whole Oz universe.
Yeah.
They're trying to rationalize the weird bits of Oz.
While giving the Wicked characters more modern, relatable motivations, it's a balancing act.
Super ambitious filmmaking, trying to please the diehard fans and bring in a massive new audience.
Which, judging by the box office, they seem to have done for part 1, anyway.
Okay, so here's a final thought for you to chew on, especially thinking ahead to part 2. They worked hard to fix chronology issues. But if part 2 doesn't find a way to definitively solve that Scarecrow paradox, like Fiero has to become the Scarecrow before Dorothy finds him on the road, does the whole structure kind of fail Oz?
That's the multi-million-dollar question, isn't it? How do they stick that landing? Let us know what you think in the comments. Can they fix the Scarecrow timeline in part 2?
Yeah, we want to hear your theories. And hey, if you enjoyed this deep dive, please do like and subscribe.
Definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel for more breakdowns like this.
We'll catch you on the next one.